27th day of Nisan is the day on which Jews throughout the world formally recall the 6 million Jews who were tortured and murdered during the Second World War because they were Jews.
In Jewish life, we light a candle on the anniversary of the death of a loved one. The human spirit is the light of God. As we look at these lights, try to imagine 6 million candles, each one with the name of another Jew.
Each one would signify a unique and precious soul who struggled and had hope, which is part of a family. They worked, studied, took walks, the ordinary things of life. Each one suffered, each and every one was burned.
They're lost forever, their light extinguished. Let the light of these candles signify that we remember, that we shall never forget. Their memory shall burn bright throughout all time.
As long as we live, they too will live, for there are now 6 million parts of us. Only by our remembering can they live again in our hearts and minds.
Written by the father of Peter Gins, who died in Auschwitz on the day of Peter's deportation, September 28, 1944. The train is now here and both boys have boarded it. Peter has the number 2392 and Pavel 2626. They are together in one carriage. Peter is amazingly calm. Uncle Milos was admiring him. I kept hoping the train wouldn't come, even though I knew the opposite was true. But what can one do?
In the morning, Hanka, my cousin, and I went to see them by the sluice gate. It was a terrible sight. I will not forget it till I die. A throng of women, children, and old people were pushing near the barracks to get a last glimpse of their son, husband, father, or brother. The men were leaning out the windows, pushing and shoving one on top of the other to glance their dearest.
All the barracks were surrounded by the police so that no one could escape. Ghetto watchmen were standing near the building and chasing away people who got too close to it. Men were waving from the windows and saying farewell with their eyes to their relatives. Crying was heard from everywhere. We quickly ran and brought the boys 2 slices of bread so they won't be hungry.
I pushed my way through the crowd, crawled under the ropes that separated it from the barrack, and handed Peter the bread through the window. I still had time to touch his hand through the bars, and already the ghetto cop chased me away. Lucky it ended there. Now the boys are gone, and all we have left of them are empty beds.
When I was 13, I became a bar mitzvah.
When he was 13, he became a bar mitzvah.
When I was 13, I studied the pathways of the Bible.
When he was 13, he studied the canals of the Warsaw Ghetto.
At my bar mitzvah, we had a party with lots of food.
At his bar mitzvah, he had almost no food at all.
At my bar mitzvah, I took an oath to live as a Jew.
At his bar mitzvah, he took an oath to die as a Jew.
When I was 13, I became a bar mitzvah and lived.
When he was 13, he became a bar mitzvah and is now within each of us.